Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. So in my last upload, I told you guys how I hired a new personal assistant and I was super excited because I've really been needing some help around here. And on Zoe's first day of work, she helped me take down all of my Christmas decorations, basically completely reorganize my kitchen and partially reorganize my pantry. So right out the gate, she's been super helpful. I've gotten so much done. I felt really productive with her help. So that's super exciting and I'm super thankful for that. But since then, here's what's been going on at the RETV headquarters. I already had a whole list of things that I wanted Zoe to help me with because I've been waiting to get somebody in this position. So I immediately got her started with a bunch of different projects and tasks. After we finished the Christmas decorations, kitchen reorganization stuff, we got straight into the glam room. So Zoe has been helping me with that process because I needed to just kind of generally declutter the glam room, but also the main thing in there is that I want to completely redo the closet that's in there. We cleaned it out, decluttered, and I actually got the built-in shelving completely ripped out as well. But I'm gonna be doing a whole separate video on that renovation and makeover and organizing, so just stay tuned for that. And then also during that process, Zoe helped me set aside all the wigs that I've been meaning to do a wig sale with for literal years. And with Zoe's help now, I'm gonna be doing a closet sale. Zoe has been helping me with setting up my closet sale and my wig sale. So she has already like pre-prepped all of the clothing that I separated out that I wanted to sell from my closet, fixed everything up on the hangers, took pictures of everything, listings, like she already got it. It's basically already set up, ready to go. I just need to give her the green light to like make it live to where you guys can actually shop the closet sale. But I wanted to wait until I like officially announce it to you guys and find a good time to do that. She completely like did this whole task herself, which was so helpful, and it will allow me to do that more often because I always give away clothes, but it's just been easier for me to donate them because doing a closet sale is a lot more work and a lot more tedious, and I didn't have help with it. But now that I have her help, I can actually do closet sales instead of just dumping everything off at Goodwill, which really isn't the best thing. I'm excited for that. Y'all stay tuned for the closet sale. I don't have a whole bunch of stuff this time, but like I said, I plan on making this like a recurring thing that I constantly update. So hopefully that ends up working out. And then for the wig sale, we still got to do a lot more work on the wig sale. I am going to task Zoe with helping me with it, but I have several really nice human hair wigs that I want to sell. So after we do the closet sale, we'll probably do this. It'll be a little chaotic to do it at the same time. So stay tuned for that as well. She did also already ship out a bunch of giveaway boxes. I don't know if y'all remember in my last vlog, I was talking about how I had a bunch of stuff to give away, but I hadn't gotten to the actual giving away part. I literally had like 10 boxes all stacked up and I picked winners and she shipped them out for me. So I'm going to like set up a nice little like packing station eventually. We are working currently on redoing not really the glam room itself, but more so this glam room closet. I don't know if y'all ever remember what it used to look like in here, but it was chock full of just a bunch of BS, and there was a built-in shelf and hanging rod all in here. But once again, with Zoe's help, she helped me completely clear it out, declutter everything that was in there, get rid of stuff, categorize stuff. So now I just have everything categorized, all my filming equipment, all the wigs that were in there. These are my backdrops, the packing equipment, like packing supplies that was in there, extra clothes and stuff that I wanted to get rid of that was in there. So we took all that out, decluttered it. You know, she set up the closet sale, the wig sale, like she helped with all that. And then I had all the built-ins ripped out because I want to do a complete makeover in here and do a whole different organization system in here to make it my filming equipment closet and make it really nicely set up and very functional. And you know, this is where I have all my cameras and my charging station and my lights and just everything plugged in and set up and ready to go. So no matter what kind of content I'm filming, I just have everything nicely set up in there. So that's like all this stuff. So that is going to be a separate project in a whole separate video. I'm going to show you guys the full like decluttering, ripping out, building in, organizing. I'm gonna do a whole different video about that. Zoe has been helping a lot. Said all that to say, I have been wishing and waiting for somebody to take this role. So I had stuff just lined up, ready to go, a whole to-do list of closet sale, wig sale, redoing that closet, fixing my pantry, taking down the Christmas decorations, fixing stuff in the garage. Like I just had a giant list. Like on her first day, I was like, okay, so here's what you're gonna be doing. And she just was like, all right, I'm ready to work. And it's been working out so far. Like I said, it's only been 2 weeks, but we've already done all of this. And then after the holidays, with all of the crafting and DIYing and gift wrapping that I was doing, my craft room was in absolute shambles. So Zoe went up there and helped to clean and reorganize that area as well. I think I'm gonna have to get some additional storage solutions maybe to kind of like fully revamp everything up there, but she definitely made a huge dent in it, so that was super helpful. Another thing that's been going on here at the RETV headquarters is that it has been a construction zone. It feels like it's always a construction zone around here for one reason or another, but this time it's because I thought my house was falling apart. I don't know if I ever told you guys about this, but probably about, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago at this point, I started noticing cracks all in my walls, all in every place that, you know, the wall meets another wall, and all the corners and all the seams along each edge. I started noticing like the walls were like spreading apart and cracking apart. And I was like, what is going on? Is my foundations, like something wrong with the foundation of my house? Like this doesn't seem right. Went through this big process of getting multiple opinions, and long story short, the verdict is there's nothing wrong with my foundation. It's just the normal settling of a new construction house, which can sometimes happen depending on your house, depending on what kind of land your house is built on. Just, I don't know. Nobody told me that this was gonna happen, but essentially it caused a bunch of cracks and just unsightly spreading and cracking to appear basically throughout my entire home. So I finally started the process of getting all of that repaired. So I had to get a drywall crew to come in here to patch up all the cracks and fix all the drywall or sheetrock or whatever you call it. They had to like tape everything off, cover up all of my furniture with plastic, and like put the paper down on the floor. Like it was a full construction zone in here. And at one point there was like 8 people in my house working on various things one day, because we had Zoe in here, we had my mom in here, the cleaning people were in here, which is 3 people, the drywall people were in here, then Carrie and her guy were in here because they're still helping me with finishing up the wet bar, and also they're kind of helping me with the glam room closet makeover. It was just hoopla and chaos, but productive chaos, because we're getting things done, like things are moving right along, but it just was kind of like a little bit overwhelming there for a minute because just so many people and so many moving parts. But yeah, like I said, I was also working on finishing up the wet bar on my patio. It was mainly finished, but I wanted to add some lighting because there was like empty spaces where I felt like some sconce lights would look really nice. Of course, you can't just throw up lights on the wall. I mean, I guess you could, but I wanted it to be properly wired and everything. So that was also a whole construction process of them running the wiring to do the lighting. I went to the lighting store. I found the lights that I liked. That was really easy because they had them in stock. So hallelujah for not having to wait months for something to be delivered for once. I'm still working on putting together a whole separate video all about finishing up my wet bar and showing you guys the final reveal and just kind of the patio and the outdoor space in general. So stay tuned for that. As for other updates since my last video, I'm still working on figuring out what to do with all of my freezer burnt dead plants. Everything that got attacked by the freeze. Still not looking too good outside, but you know what? I'm just hoping that spring brings brighter days and nicer plants. But the good news is that the pool equipment company did agree to replace one of the 2 major broken pieces of equipment. So that's good. They agreed to cover the cost of the piece of equipment itself. So that's a win. You know, a win is a win. There are still other aspects of the things that need to be repaired on my pool that I am unfortunately gonna have to pay for myself, it's looking like. But again, a win is a win. At least I got it partially covered. So as of right now, we're still working on getting all those repairs done so that we can be sure that the pool is repaired and up and running for the upcoming season. So overall, things are looking up. Got my personal assistant. We're doing a lot of projects. We're being very productive. She's helping me out a lot. A lot of the things that were in shambles in my last video are being taken care of now. And then the last thing from my last video is that we only partially reorganized my pantry, but I wanted to completely declutter and fix up my pantry. And I realized that I really didn't like my labels and kind of like my containers and the way I had everything originally set up. I did redid my pantry like that almost 3 years ago, I wanna say now, 2 or 3 years ago. And now it just feels a little bit outdated. Like the font that I chose for the labels, it just feels chuggy. It feels millennial in a bad way. And I'm just over it. And I really wanted to just like completely redo the containers and the labels and just try to make it look a little bit more updated and sophisticated. And with Zoe's help and also my mom's help, I was like, okay, let's completely redo the pantry. The mission here is to de-chug my pantry, and step one was to get new containers because I felt like that was part of the problem of why I didn't feel like my pantry looked as good as it could, is because I had mismatched containers in here. Well, yeah, mismatched in the sense that I have like one set of these and then a different, or wait, are these the same? These are the same. So this is all a set, but then I had this kind of jar that has this kind of top. And then I had these glass jars. This is plastic. This is glass with a different top. This is glass with a different style. And then I had those. So that was kind of looking mismatched. And then the baskets, I'm fine with. The thing that holds the labels on the baskets, I'm fine with. And then these clear containers, I'm fine with. I feel like that kind of just is what it is, and that's fine. But I ordered a bunch of these all matching glass containers with bamboo lids off of Amazon, and I can link these for you guys. And I got all different sizes for all the different things, but now that whole shelf will all have the same exact container, which I think is gonna look much better. And also this particular style of container I think just is cuter and looks better anyway. And it's also better for you to have your food in glass versus plastic, I've heard. So then the second main thing is the custom Cricut labels that we made. And mainly it's the font that I don't like anymore. I feel like this font was super trendy at the time, cute, whatever. If it's still your style, that's fine, but it's just not my style anymore. I wanna switch it out for something more simple, classic, modern, upscale, luxury looking versus this. And I have that same font going on all of these. And then we used it in white on black paper for these ones. So I wanna switch all these out. Probably gonna sell this as a set on Facebook Marketplace. Pre-labeled set of containers. Who wants it?
I got dibs on these.
Oh, you want them for your pantry? And I painstakingly sought out the perfect type of label that I felt like I wasn't gonna get tired of, that wasn't gonna go out of style too fast. And I feel like the white label background with black text in a very specific font that we took an hour to find. I just felt like this was the best choice. This is a custom design, well, I'm copying off of a few different things that I found on Pinterest and combining it into my exact way that I wanted it. This is the little mock-up. This is just a little mock-up on printer paper, so it'll look better than this, but this is the main idea. We're still working on perfecting how to actually print and cut these, but I think we got it. We're using Canva. Except one of the details of this format is that it has a number system on there. So you could just put random, a lot of people don't even put things that make any sense for this text. Like this is the important part and they just put whatever for this part, but y'all know me. So I'm actually gonna make the numbers make sense, meaning that the numbers are going to correlate with where they belong on the shelf. So this is jar number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know where to put it back. So now I have to figure out which jar is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know how to make the labels, so I know how to label the jars.
So my idea is to have them uniform. We would start with the spaghetti, then the really large ones, then the medium ones, and the small ones. Is that what you're thinking?
No.
How would you like them arranged?
I was thinking they are arranged in groups of like items, which is kind of how I currently have it on there. I also think it looks better to have the variation of sizes, not go down in size.
Okay.
So I sort of have it organized like pastas, baking supplies. It starts getting a little messed up over here because really this should be, oh.
So this will be pasta. Then we have flour, sugar, which are big ones. Then we have brown sugar, which is a medium one. And then we have...
Those are not quite.
This one's not gonna have... This popcorn is a medium one. Just go down with the small.
Medium?
Medium for popcorn.
As far as making sure we have the right jars in the right order, it's two things. I'm slightly tweaking what jars I even want based on, like, now that I've had my pantry for a while, what food do I actually normally buy? Which jars do I actually need? Like some of these previous ones, like I don't really need a jar for this thing anymore type of thing. And we're just trying to make sure we have the right size jar for the ingredient that we're putting in there and everything like that. I know for sure we're missing some already. We're gonna have to buy more because we didn't quite calculate correctly when I ordered these. We're gonna need 2 more for these pasta ones. I think I need to order like 1, 2, 3, maybe just 3 more containers that I'll need to order. All right, so I finalized how I want all the jars to be, what I'm gonna use each size for, and which ones I'm missing and still need to order. So I have my little shopping list. I have the extra ones on the way from Amazon now. In the meantime, we're still trying to figure out the labels. So I found this font that I really liked, downloaded it, and then we designed these labels on Canva, brought in a little square, did the main font in the middle, made it smaller, spaced it out exactly how I wanted it. And so we were gonna fill up the whole page with all the different labels and just print them on my regular printer here at home on this matte water resistant label paper that I ordered off of Amazon, and these are full sheets. So we were just gonna print them all out and then just cut them out like this. So this is just on regular printer paper just as a test, but I don't know if y'all can tell, it printed really crappily, like it's really a low quality print. And I was like, is it something wrong with my printer? Is it something wrong with the ink? Is it because it's on printer paper? So we were testing it on a few different things and it just kept printing really bad. This is on the actual label paper. We even tried like making it, do we need to make it bolder? Is it too thin? And it just still, no matter what, was printing really badly. So, Bougie, okay, please get out the way. So at this point, we are thinking that it's more of an issue with my printer. And if I take it to like Office Depot and get it professionally printed on their printers, hopefully it'll print better. Still using the same label paper, but just hoping that their printers work better. So I think that's gonna be our next step. And I just hope that works because I don't know what else to do after that. And I really want my labels to be this type of labels. So we'll see about that. Now that we've got the numbering system and the order in which I want everything to go, I'm gonna, even though we don't have the labels yet, I'm gonna start, putting things into their new containers, at least the ones that I have ready to go. So for example, switching this into this. This was a newer purchase. I do like these containers, but I really wanted them to be all exactly the same. These are super similar, but I wanted them to all have the bamboo lids, but these are cute too. I'm gonna link these for you guys as well if you prefer the all glass. And these have all been pre-washed by Zoe. These are nice and airtight as well. Why would that do that?
All over the floor.
Another thing I wanted to mention, this may possibly just be phase 1 of my pantry remakeover because phase 2 might, I haven't decided yet, but might be an actual pantry remodel as far as like ripping out the shelves, doing a whole new built-in with cabinets and different shelves and a whole different like built-in custom thing in the pantry, making it more almost like a butler's pantry type vibe. I'll put some inspo pictures up on the screen, but the way that the house came with just these like shelves in there, like it's fine and it works, but it could be better with like different cabinetry and different shelves and stuff. That's obviously gonna be a really big project, ripping all that out and redoing it. So definitely not diving into that right now, but it's something I'm thinking about, so stay tuned. Like these containers are nice. They're like the fun little pop-ups and they're super airtight. Functionally, they're fine, but these function the same way. Like they're also airtight and they just look a little cuter. I need to remember the difference between these. We don't have the labels yet, so I'm gonna like leave it like this. Okay, now I have this nice little collection of pre-custom labeled containers. I think my mom said she wanted some of them, the rest of them I'll either, oh, I'll either sell or give away, but those are all emptied out. Of course, we will wash them. All right, next step of the pantry redo is decluttering. We started with the containers just because that was the most exciting part, but really the first thing is decluttering and getting rid of stuff in here that's like old, expired, or just doesn't belong in here. So as you can see, we kind of just have like a lot of random stuff in this area. In the main food section, I know there's some old stuff that needs to be thrown away. This side, we already did in my previous vlog, so this one is good to go. We don't need to do anything over here. Please don't be alarmed at the amount of food that I'm throwing away. Keep in mind, we're coming off of the holidays and I have a lot of random crap in here. Over here, I have some back stock items, so extra sugar, which actually now can be added to the sugar jar, as well as these extra seasonings, which my seasonings, oh, and yeah, baking powder. Does this fit in the baking powder jar? These seasonings, Zoe, they may or may not need to be topped up.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
also have, right?
I have a few up there, but those are just like,
A few.
I sense some judgment here.
A few.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it as far as decluttering old food and stuff that we're not gonna eat out of here. Now, decluttering non-food related things, I have all these bags here, which I have this bag keeper here, which that's plenty of bags. As far as whatever I'm actually going to use these bags for, this is plenty. I think this is just overdoing it and it's overkill and I should just let them go. So all these plastic bags, we'll just recycle them. Are these recyclable? How I like to have this over here is all nicely lined up of like toilet paper, paper towels, but I like to have them all completely unwrapped. And then normally I have like a whole set of tissues and stuff too to put with it. It will look nice on these two shelves, not the bottom shelf and not the top shelf. Top shelf, I put back stock of food and spices and stuff.
With our file. They're not in order because I needed to copy and paste, and I just copied and pasted rows because I had some with 2 lines and some that were 1 line. And I just made sure I went down my list and made sure they had the right number on them. So basically we have 16 labels ready to go, ready to cut.
Well, we got the labels printed. The printing at Office Depot worked. Much better printing result using their printers. The cutting, however, even with the little paper slicer, it's so small and exact and the paper shifts and you can't quite cut it the right way. So I barely got one label kind of cut out correctly, sort of. It's gonna be kind of hard to cut out all these labels, but let's try. I'm not gonna be super anal. I could get a ruler, but I think I can eyeball it good enough. That's crooked. It's a little crooked. We should have did it like this.
We have doubles, so.
Okay. Good enough, right? 2 down, 14 to go. So you would think just using this paper slicer thing would be the easy way to cut straight lines and cut these out, but it's such a small like discrepancy area, and this actually wiggles side to side a little bit, so it just wasn't cutting it straight even with this thing. I tried it a bunch of different ways. I'm finding now that the best way that's actually working is using grid ruler and a really sharp, fresh X-Acto knife, and I'm just like hand measuring and hand cutting each one, and that's working good enough at this point. I'm just trying to get it done, and this is gonna have to be good enough. Hopefully nobody is looking that dang close at my labels to where they can tell. After a long periodical painstaking time, I finally got all the rest of the labels hand cut, and I'm pretty satisfied with how I cut them. Now I need to try and put them all on the jars somewhat equal and straight. All right, day 2 of working on the pantry. I'm still waiting for my extra containers to come in from Amazon so I can just finish this whole row, but I'm almost done with that and I'm liking the way that it's looking so far. Moving on in the meantime to the baskets and trying to decide exactly what I want to do for the labels on these. Since I already had these black basket clips, which used to have just these black pieces of cardstock with the white Cricut cutouts on them, so it would just slide in like this. And I mean, that works because the black blends in and it's easy to change out, but I feel like this whole concept just doesn't match this anymore. So I wanted to do something with a white background and be able to use this new font. I think after much experimentation this morning, I have landed on how I'm gonna do it. I thought about just getting white cardstock and printing on it with the black font. So it'd be something along the lines of this to kind of match this same concept. This isn't cut quite right, and this is just a piece of printer paper, but just for demonstration purposes, you know, it would be something along the lines of this, which is okay, but I don't love it because I just don't really like the way that I don't like the way it's sitting in there. It could maybe look better if I had white label holders, which they do come in white, but I don't know. I don't know if I would even like it like that. So I tried this, which is sticking on a label so that it creates like a nicer border around it versus, y'all see the difference? The way that's sitting in there versus the way this is stuck on there. These are the small details that really bring it together. These are the small details that matter, okay? Yeah, and then plus it's more cohesive because the way that I cut this out smaller matches the way this is cut out, like the border around it, like the little frame, which I think just looks more cohesive and better. That way also I don't waste these label clips by getting all new ones just to get white ones, and that might not even look good. It'll still be interchangeable. Like you can still peel the labels off at the end of the day. But yeah, so that's kind of the before and after this to this. I even kind of wish that I would have gotten these jars with the black lids instead of the stainless lids. I actually need to check if maybe, like, is it possible to just buy different lids to switch those out? Because that would look really nice if those had black lids and then you have like the black label holders and the black baskets and everything is just all like black, white, and then like the natural tone of the basket and the lids on these goes together. And then you just have like the clear glass and the clear plastic, which all goes together. Do we need to buy all new jars? Can we just switch the lids? I'm gonna look into it, but this is where we're at right now. Perks of having a personal assistant. I was able to send Zoe to go run some errands in regards to what I need for the pantry. So she is currently out at Office Depot, went back to Office Depot or Office Max, whichever one, to print the rest of the labels that I needed. And then she's also going to pick up my pickup order from the Container Store because I decided that I wanted 2 more of these baskets just to kind of put this stuff away nicer. I'm gonna pick up order for 2 of these and then 2 of the label holder thingies to go with it. So Zoe is picking all that up and printing out the labels for me now, and then she'll bring them back. Meanwhile, I've been working on editing other content and putting other stuff together, and I am making myself, oh, it's already 12:44. I was gonna say breakfast, but it's 12:44, so I guess this is my lunch. But I was gonna say, I just found out that I am gonna be doing a cool piece of content with a big brand next week, and it's gonna be like a big production, and it's just like a really cool opportunity, something different and like a little bit fancier than my normal content. So I've been needing to kind of get myself together and prep for that. So yeah, that's why it really has been coming in handy to have Zoe so that she can go run errands and she can help me complete these projects while I've got to be working on other projects and upcoming things. There's always just so many things happening layered on top of each other. So to have that extra extra help to literally just have an extra set of hands so we can just double time everything and multitask. It has just been so helpful. This is only week 2 of her being here, but it's already been so helpful, and I feel like we've already accomplished so much. Another thing that we've been multitasking and that Zoe has been helping me with is to start planning for my Galentine's party. Y'all know I had to do a little something for Valentine's Day. I haven't hosted anything since Christmas. I'm saying that like it was just so long ago, but I didn't do anything for New Year's, so I wanted to host something for Valentine's Day and do like a little Galentine's girls night type of vibe. Something small. This is going to be a small gathering. This is not gonna be a huge thing like my Christmas party was. One thing that I really wanna do this year is host smaller, intimate, less stressful gatherings. Don't get me wrong, I like doing the big parties. You know, big Halloween party, big Christmas party, big birthday party. Like for the major holidays and birthdays, we gonna continue to go all out. But for the in-between times, I really wanna do like cute little small gatherings where it's just like 5 or 6 people, you know what I mean? Little dinner party, little girls night, little movie night. Like I think that would be fun because I really like hosting, but what makes it stressful is when I like try to do too much. So definitely this year planning on doing smaller, more doable gatherings. So starting with the Galentine's thing that I want to do, I was in Target and I saw, you know, all the Valentine's stuff that they already had out. So I got a few things. They have these little bowls, and then I got this little box because I saw a really cute DIY on TikTok and I want to try it. So stay tuned for that. I am going to do a whole separate video, of course, about the Galentine's party prep, planning, and the whole party and everything. So stay tuned for that. But in the meanwhile, I just wanted to kind of start getting stuff together, and Zoe has been helping me with it as well. But y'all let me know if y'all have any ideas. I was thinking about doing a favorite things theme party for it. I don't know if y'all seen that on TikTok where everybody brings their favorite thing to share like with the other people. So like for example, if I really love a certain face mask, and there's gonna be 5 people at the party, I'll get 5 of these face masks to share with the other people and everyone else. So it's kind of like not Secret Santa, it's kind of Secret Santa-ish, white elephant-ish as far as like gift exchange, but like everyone gets to exchange. So you go home, if there's 5 people at the party, you go home with 5 things. Is that cool? Is that a good idea? Should I do that for the Galentine's? Let me know if that's a good idea or not. I don't know if it's too like complicated or asking too much of the guests. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. But other than that, I'm thinking very like cutesy, girls night, movie night, snacks, drinks, you know, cute little comfy, cozy setup. I just did the matching pajamas for Christmas, so I thought about doing some sort of matching pajamas for this, but I feel like that's a little bit redundant. So I was trying to think of something else I could do besides pajamas, maybe more just like lounge wear. If you were invited to my Galentine's party, what would you hope to see there? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I've already started accumulating some stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it in the pantry off to the side for now. I also just filmed a piece of content about doing a football, like basically a Super Bowl watch party. These are the cookies that I had left over from it, and I actually had like all the stuff. Like these are like little referee koozies that go on your drinks. I had the cups, the plate, these like popcorn boxes. I had all the stuff, but it was just for a sponsored video. So I didn't really host a Super Bowl watch party. Obviously the Super Bowl hasn't happened yet, but it was kind of just a mock-up of how I would set it up if I was hosting a Super Bowl party. But now, since I kind of have a lot of stuff left over from filming that video, and just doing the video inspired me to actually want to host a real Super Bowl party. And I don't watch football, but I love any excuse to host, and I love a good theme. So like a cute little football themed watch party out on the patio with the wet bar TV setup out there, I think that would be really cool. Like some of my friends like football, and all of my friends like Rihanna. So if anything, it's a halftime show. It's a Rihanna halftime show watch party. So I think that's also going to be maybe my next upcoming little small gathering. Again, small gathering, going with the theme of the small gatherings this year, just doing something cute and small with that. And Zoe's actually really helpful with coming up with ideas and like shopping lists and helping me like do the party planning, because she helped with that video and she's been helping with the Galentine stuff already. So with her help and with doing smaller scale stuff, I feel like I can like, you know, do these little parties more often. Okay, so Zoe just got back with my baskets, my little clip thingies, and the labels that she had printed. So I am going to finish putting this stuff in place. All right, so I just got groceries because fun fact about organizing your pantry, not only does it make you realize what you had that you didn't know you had, but it makes you realize what you could have, what you're missing, if you will. So now that I have all my stuff all nicely lined up and relabeled, I'm like, okay, let me get my groceries so I can properly restock my pantry for a beautiful final reveal. I did also get like all the rest of my cold frozen groceries too, so let me just put the cold stuff away first, and then I actually still need to finish putting on some of the labels and stuff, and then we'll like restock the pantry and see what it's looking like. I also bought a professional cutting mat so I could finish cutting these out. I got the cutting mat from Walmart today when I was getting groceries. It was like $6. This is an essential. If you're a crafty DIY type of girly, you gotta have your essentials in your kit for times like this. Now I just gotta painstakingly stick all these on and try to get them as centered and as equal as possible. I'm really just eyeballing it because what more do you want from me? Just finished putting all the labels on, and right as I was finishing that up, my Amazon order with the rest of the containers came in. Perfect timing. Ta-da! And I will link all of the stuff that I can, like the containers and everything like that. I will link for you guys. I'll put a QR code right here, and I'll probably have that QR code flashing throughout the video. So if you're watching on your TV, you can scan the QR code with your phone. If you are watching on your phone or another device, I will also have all the links listed in the description box, just regular links that you can click. All right, now I officially have all of my containers. They are all labeled, all the baskets are labeled, and I have my groceries. So now we can finish stocking up everything. Let's do this. Finish my top shelf, and I have my number system that tells me how everything goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oatmeal is 9, 10, 11. Brown sugar is 12 next to the regular sugar, and powdered sugar is 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, cool. I really like that. I definitely think it's an improvement from how I had it before. Now to refill everything here with the rest of the groceries that I got. I honestly didn't get like every single thing, but just the main stuff that I actually needed or wanted. I got a bunch of cans of pie filling because it's been a while since I made my famous dump cake and I couldn't decide what flavor I wanted to make, so I got every flavor and we will just make every flavor over the next few weeks. And I also got the cake mix that goes with it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google a dump cake. It's a really easy recipe and it's really good. All right, final reveal of the pantry. Here's a little overview of the main wall. I think it looks a lot better. It's more cohesive. All the little white labels on everything. Looks really clean and nice. And I just think it's like just cleaner, more sophisticated. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to comment and say that this really isn't much better and you don't like it, and I'm gonna get tired of it, which, you know what, to be fair, I probably will get tired of this. I had the other ones for almost like 3 years, I think, and they had their run for 3 years, and after 3 years, I felt like they were outdated. I might feel like these are outdated 3 years from now. I probably will, but that's just life and that's okay. But for now, I think it's an improvement. So that's all that matters. And I definitely think the all matching containers on this row is a big improvement. So just that in and of itself. I still have my candy jars at the top. I was not able to find any different lids or different jars that come with black lids. I thought about spray painting these lids black. Comment down below on a scale from 1 to 10, how unhinged would it be if I took these lids and spray painted them matte black to match my vision? Because I can't find the size and the style that I want in store. And like, I could just paint those, you know? Would it be very food safe? I don't know. But like, those are wrapped candies in here. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm considering it. Second row, we have all of our new matching containers, glass containers, airtight bamboo lids, custom labels. Can't get these on Etsy, at least not these exact ones, because I designed them myself. The font and the layout and everything, you could definitely make it yourself on Canva. It's really not that hard. Printing was the hardest part, so I recommend going to Office Depot to print if you're gonna try this. These are water resistant labels, so as far as washing these containers, it should be fine. I haven't tested it, but it should be fine. And then the numbers, obviously, like I said, it represents what order they go in on the shelf. So we got spaghetti, linguine, rotini, penne, white rice, brown rice, popcorn, granola, and oatmeal. So you have your pastas and you have your grains. And then going into the baking section, you have flour, sugar, brown sugar, powdered sugar, and then all of the smaller ones, cornstarch, baking soda, baking powder, and cocoa powder. So I have 17 total jars on there. Now, with the numbering system and everything, if I ever want to add a jar in the middle, that's gonna mess it up. So we're just not gonna do that. I think we could just stick to these for the time being. Then we've got my little can stacker staircase thingy. I've got all my cans nicely arranged, and then my new and improved labels on these baskets: sweets, cookies, baking mixes, boxed items, mac and cheese, ramen noodles, which technically this is not even ramen noodles, it's yakisoba. I just put ramen noodles because I don't know. All my little baking candies, you know, little chocolate chips and whatnot on this stacky thingy for symmetry, you see. And then this row, we've got a turntable of sprinkles, chips, crackers, and then all of the clear bins that are not labeled because these get changed out a lot. So it might be cookies, it might be goldfish, it might be chips, it might be something else. So I don't put labels on them because it always changes. And this is kind of like Ziya's section of the pantry, and she always likes to help organize it. And then we've got breakfast stuff, more just miscellaneous snacks, another Lazy Susan of like syrups and peanut butters and things like that. Then we've got drink mixes, which has like my coffee and tea related items, water bottles, potatoes, onions, and then these two new baskets that I added for baking supplies, which I just wanted something to put all of these smaller containers into to kind of consolidate it. And I did add labels on these. Candles and toppers, food coloring is in here. I've got all my icing bags and tips, little cupcake liner things. And then I have one for cookie cutters. I just labeled it cookie cutters because that's mainly what's in here. But I also have these little silicone molds in here as well. So yeah, that is the new and improved back wall of my pantry. Let me know what y'all think. Is it an improvement? The same but different? Is it worse? What do you think? Let me know your opinions. I think it's better. And then just to show you again, even though I already showed this in my other vlog, this is what we worked on last time, the entertaining section of my pantry with all of my party throwing accoutrement. Also a little cereal dispenser. This is also from Amazon. Ziya loves this thing to be able to pour her cereal into her bowl in the morning. And then on the opposite side, it's actually looking a little bit empty right now. I need to maybe restock a few things, but I have all of my alcohol at the top. And then this is just like back stock. So back stock of various things, extra cereal, extra powdered sugar, extra seasonings, extra drinks that don't all fit in the fridge. And this is where I also keep all my paper goods. So toilet paper, tissues, paper plates, paper towels, and then obviously I have my vacuum, and this is all of the vacuum accessories in here, like the different the different vacuum attachments. I just keep them in there. I think they make like a wall thingy that you can like hook all your attachments onto. I might look into that, but that little thing is fine for now. That's just the bag of Valentine's Day stuff that I'm saving for the Valentine's Day party. I have my little plastic bag holder. That's pretty much it for this corner of the pantry. This is like the ugly corner. It's hidden behind the door usually, and you don't see it from the kitchen at all. So that's why I put all that type of stuff over there. And that is my new and improved pantry. I'm feeling much better about it.